I know that every time that you decide to say sorry to someone who have lost their loved one, you always have those great intention, good intention. But do you know that there are sometimes that you say these words and they kind of appear unnecessary or too much or not appropriate at that particular moment? Not that because you're saying some bad words, but at that particular moment it's like a bad timing, or at that very moment this person does not want or does not desire to hear such words. I know from the previous episode, guys, I promised you that I'll be giving you some of these tips on what you should say to someone who have lost their loved one. And guys, this is our third episode on Shake It Off, and we said on this episode, guys, we'll be talking more about some of these issues that have completely broken us down, or how are we able to shake ourselves off and go back to the normality, and if guys you've got some suggestion on some of the areas that we can tackle, you can leave a comment and let me know, and we'll be doing more of these shows on every Wednesday, so be tuned on every Wednesday. So hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Monica, and on our today's video we'll be having a look at some of these things that you should say, or you could consider saying to someone who is in grief. And our number one thing that you can say to someone who is in grief is, I can't imagine what you are going through right now, but I can be here for you in case you need anything. At that very moment when you are down, all you need, by the way, is having someone by your side, someone to listen to you. This is the most important thing. And this is something you can consider saying to this person, because at the end of the day, we say that you can never feel whatever this person is feeling. And as much as we want to say you understand, you can never understand, because as much as the situation might look similar, they are quite, they do experience their own situation differently, and they do handle it in a different way. The other thing that you need to know is that if you do not know what to say, it is okay not to say anything. It is just okay for you not to say anything, but it would be so good for you to be there for that person, because the most important thing is for you being there for that person, and you can help in so many things, whatever support they need, maybe let's say in planning the burial, or maybe you can be there for that person. Maybe you can go out and have a walk with the person, you can watch a movie together. Just be there for this person, and this will really help. If you do not know what to say, it's okay not to say anything, but just be there for that person. You can say to them that I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. And on this statement, if you do not, some of us, we do not know what to say. Try not to say much. The statement alone, it's enough, and it shows a lot of concern, and indirectly it says, like, it's kind of, you kind of understand, and so it's very okay. But try not to extend your words too far, because you can end up saying some other unnecessary things. So try to be straight to the point. And also you can also say to this person, actually, I do not know what to say to you, but just know I'm here for you in case you need anything. You can also try to add something of the sort. Then the other thing that you can do is this. Try to create, what can I say? Try to bring in some good memories of the deceased person. Like, for example, you can say, maybe you are telling to this person who is in grief. You can say to them, your husband, your sister, your mother, your whoever, he or she was such a nice person, or she was good at, or I remember this moment when she helped us do this, or I remember this moment when she tried to do this and this and this. Try to bring in those kind of good memories, but at the same time, try to look at the situation. The most important thing here is to look at the timing, because the person who is in grief, they couldn't be busy like crying, and this is the moment that you bring in such good memories, it will going to destroy everything or even make the situation worse. So have a look at the situation, and if the person in grief is not like crying, or they are like in a kind of a sober mind at this moment, you can try to bring in some good memories. I remember when my mom passed away, as much as I was in grief, I like people who could come in like tell me stories like, I remember your mom when we were at this age. Maybe there were some long time stories. Oh, she used to do this, or there's one day I did this and she punished me, or she gave me this. And you know, we could all laugh and enjoy the moment. And you kind of enjoy when you are getting distracted, not all the time someone talking about not all the time, maybe someone talking about like her last days, or you know, the deceased last days or something, you know, or how you're, you know, something of this sort. I hope you understand. Then if you are going to visit a person who is in grief, it is good for you to avoid like asking them how are you, because it feels like, come on, can't you see, can't you have a look at me, how could I be, you know. Try not to ask the person like how are you, or how did the deceased pass away. Don't ask, try to avoid that. But if the person in grieving, he or she decide like she want to tell the story or what happened, just give him or her the ear, and just give her the platform. Try to avoid you bringing in your story of what a similar situation of yours happened. Try to avoid that. Give them the platform, let them express themselves fully, because you know, the moment when you express yourself, you kind of heal. So try to give them the platform, give them the ear, and let them express themselves. And also maybe something else, maybe you can, it is, I know it is always of good intention, like you can ask the person like, what can I do for you, or what may I do for you. Well, it is always of it always comes from good intention. But the thing is, most of the time maybe the person will just say, oh no, I'm okay, everything is okay. But the thing is, there's a lot of things that need to be done, and so instead of asking them like, what can I do for you, just be there for them. Help them like in planning the burial process. You know, what is needed. If you have guests, try to attend to them, you know. Just try to think, what can I do, and stop asking them like, what can I help you with, because at that very moment probably even their mind is not very sober to think what should be done and what should not be done, you know. So they need someone who is there to support them, and so you should be there to support them and think what should be done, you know. Of course, there are those things that should be done in that period. Then the other thing that I need to highlight finally is, I know most of us are kind of spiritual, but try to avoid to be too much spiritual, because as much as the things that you are saying, that is what you believe in or I believe in, at that very moment they are not they might not work very well. For example, someone could be saying like, whoever passed away, they are at a better place, maybe in heaven or wherever, depending on what you believe. But do you know what, to the person who is in grief, they might feel like they're a better place, but I need them to be here, you know. So try not to go into that direction at that very moment. But you know, some of these things, they make sense later, after, you know, as you continue with your grieving process, that is when they make sense. But when the wound or the disease has just passed away, at that very moment they might not make sense to this person. So try not to do that, try not to tell them that. And finally guys, be there, as you said, be there for the person who is in grief as much as you can. And it is often said that the reality after you lose a loved one is, it usually happens like after the burial has happened, because you know, once the person has passed away, we are always there for the person. We will be present, we'll bring flowers, we'll bring gifts, we'll bring shopping, we'll be there to arrange everything from the burial and everything else. But what happens after the burial? Usually a person will be left alone, everyone goes back to their workplace and everything. But what is much helpful is when you find this one person who will call you and try to check on you how you're doing, or maybe pop into your house, or you pop in at your workplace and maybe decide let's have a coffee or something, and they check on you how you are doing, because this is when the reality can really hit you. This is where you'll get depression. This is where the aspect of like guilt starting come back to you. And you know, when you find someone who is there for you at this moment, it really helps a lot. And this is something I would recommend, because I know all of us here, you have lost someone whom you love, and I'm pretty sure you can agree with me. When you find this person who visits you after, you know, like the battle has passed, it really helps a lot, and it helps one in the healing journey. And if you have someone who have lost their loved one and they keep on telling you like a story, oh this and this happened, or some memories, even if they repeat it like 20 times, just give them a listening ear, let them express themselves. This way they are going to heal. And if they are crying, don't stop them from crying, let them be, let them grieve, because through their grief it comes with a kind of healing, though maybe not complete, but it will help them with maybe even with the journey of acceptance, because after all, the grieving process, it's a long journey, it's not a one-day thing. So thank you so much guys for watching video. Until next time. And guys, if you have any idea on, or some tips on how like one can, some words or what someone should say to someone who is in grief, you can leave it on the comment section. And if you have any topic in mind that we should handle, please also leave it on the comment section and let me know. Until next Wednesday, bye bye.